Calling all Gen X ladies, did you grow up believing that you could have it all? Did you watch your mother enter the workforce while being told that you could do anything? Reality bites, doesn't it? As we got older, we realized we were sold a bill of lies and that what we were taught was completely wrong. Here are 11 lessons that Gen X girls grew up believing that turned out to be absolute garbage. 1. Asking for what you need makes you seem needy. Gen X girls were taught that expressing their needs would push people away, so we stayed quiet. We pushed our emotions aside, and that led to us feeling resentful and unfulfilled. In reality, asking for what you need is a sign of self-respect. Everyone has needs because it's only human, and voicing them is healthy, not needy. 2. Having a bigger body means no one will love you. I'm a younger Gen Xer, and my mom had a Jane Fonda workout VHS tape. I was also a teen in the 90s Kate Moss, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels era. The message was clear: thin equals worthy. But love and self-worth have nothing to do with size. We are in a relationship with ourselves and with our bodies, and we need to treat them with the same empathy and compassion we would treat another human being, an actual partner. Accepting and loving yourself as you are, flaws and all, is far more important than meeting impossible beauty standards. 3. If you're too successful, men will be intimidated by you. If I had a nickel for every time I heard this, I definitely have more than 2 nickels. Gen X girls were warned that ambition would scare men away. Oh no! We made ourselves small as a way to cater to the men in our lives, which meant we weren't living up to our own potential. The truth is, the right partner isn't threatened by success. They'll celebrate it. Shrinking yourself to make others comfortable only holds you back. You are allowed to exist authentically, be yourself, and take up as much space as you want. 4. Sharing your feelings scares people away. It seems like we did a lot of things that would push people away, doesn't it? Gen X girls learned to push their emotional needs down so they would seem like that cool, effortless girl. Expressing feelings was toxic, and being easy breezy going was desirable. Being vulnerable, that can be scary, and we don't always want to share the parts of ourselves that scare us or make us feel ashamed or weak. What if we're rejected? Rejection was like the big thing Gen X girls tried to always stay away from. But vulnerability, it isn't weakness. It's the foundation of actual, real adult relationships. Expressing feelings is what deepens connections, not what drives people away. 5. If a boy is mean to you, that means he likes you. I have all the eye rolls in the world for this one, right? Many Gen X girls grew up hearing from teachers, parents, and peers that teasing and bullying were signs of affection for some reason. Gaining a boy's affection and having him like you was the most important thing a Gen X girl could do. So we took that abuse. But that mentality, it's so toxic. If a boy is being mean to you, he's just a bully. Kindness and compassion are the true markers of respect and care. No one should accept mistreatment as a sign of love. 6. Men don't feel their emotions as deeply as women do. This attitude has bled into all aspects of our lives, and it even keeps women from boardrooms and high places of power. Women are just so emotional. We can't handle it. I hate that attitude. This outdated idea led to generations of women carrying the emotional weight in relationships as well. Men feel deeply because emotional expression isn't a gendered trait. It's a human one. Men are not from Mars, and women are not from Venus. We're all here together in the same place, and both partners expressing how they feel is necessary for a balanced relationship. 7. You have to meet all of your partner's needs for them to stay. It seems like we were doing all kinds of crazy stuff to get men to like us and stay with us. What was the big deal? Gen X girls were led to believe that if their partner was unhappy, it was their fault. We learned to blame ourselves when our partners treated us poorly or acted in ways that damaged the relationship. We learned to never ask our partners how they feel, or they would leave. Whatever we did was too much or not enough, and both were our fault. But healthy relationships are a two-way street. No one person can meet all of another's needs, nor should they have to. 8. It's your job to smile and put on a happy face. The expectation to always be pleasant, even when struggling, taught Gen X women to ignore their emotions. We weren't to let anyone know if the world was crumbling around us. We put on a happy face, we smiled, and we soldiered on, never asking for help. Don't you dare ask for help. But real strength, it comes from acknowledging feelings, not masking them. And while asking for help may not be easy, the reality is that asking for help shows just how strong a Gen X woman really is. 9. If you're not good enough, you'll never find love. Many Gen X girls believed they wouldn't ever find love if they weren't good enough. But what does it even mean to be good enough? If you were like me, it meant that you were absolutely perfect in the eyes of others. You were thin, smart, but not too smart, meek, sweet, free from emotions, and willing to cater to your partner's every need. But the truth is, everyone is already enough, just as they are. We are all deserving of love. It isn't some kind of reward for achieving perfection. 10. Speaking up will make you seem like too much. Gen X girls were told to keep quiet to be liked, but having opinions and using your voice, it isn't too much. It's what makes you powerful. Owning your thoughts and standing up for yourself is never the wrong choice. We shouldn't base our self-worth and value off of what men around us want from us. We don't need to put ourselves second or second guess ourselves. 11. You can have it all. The granddaddy of all the lies. Gen X girls were raised to believe that they could do everything, but this unrealistic standard leads to burnout and exhaustion. It's just not possible to have the amazing marriage, the high-powered career, be there for every milestone of each of your obviously perfectly well-behaved kids, have the perfectly clean house, the booming social life. It stresses me out just thinking about that juggling act. No one can have it all, but everyone can build a life that aligns with what truly matters to them. We can get to know ourselves, connect to what matters to us individually, and honor ourselves by consciously creating a life that we love. Undoing the completely false and incorrect lessons we learned as girls isn't easy, but we Gen X women are tough, smart, and flexible. We have enough life experience to know how to embrace change, and we have no F's left to give. We're redefining what it means to live authentically, and we're doing it on our own terms.